So I've got two property titles and they are both for the same property. One is old and one is new. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the transfer of ownership of property from old title to new title. So before we continue, and if you are new to this channel, do like this video and subscribe to this channel. And you can also follow me on social media. I'll put the links below on real estate, investing, finance, and home care tips. So going back to today's topic, transfer of ownership of property can be due to various reasons. So some of these reasons are like from master title to strata title, seller to buyer, and by love and affection from parent to child, and inheritance. So on this transfer of ownership, we'll be looking more specifically in inheritance. Then transfer of ownership by inheritance is whether there was a will or no will made. So once again, in this video and for illustration purpose, we will assume that number one, there was a will made, the property is a terrace house, the property is individual title, the property is freehold, and the property is free from encumbrances. That means the house is no longer under bank loan and there's no other caveats and charges on the property. So to do the transfer of ownership and to go through a lawyer, these are some of the documents that you will need to prepare. NRIC, the identity card or passport of the inheritor, grant of probate, copy of paid cukai taksiran or assessment tax, copy of paid cukai tanah or quit rent, and the original title or geran. And disclaimer here, I'm just sharing my experience and information. For in-depth and legal advice, do consult a legal expertise and lawyer. So let's do something interesting. Let's compare the old title and the new title. So on the left side is the old and original title. On the right side is the new issued title. So what we are seeing here, the old title was issued in the 1990s. We can definitely see a very big design and layout change. The background of the old title was on a plain white background. And of course, the new title have a watermark background. Different titles, be it residential strata title or commercial title, will have their own background colors and design. Then the old title, it was Borang 11A, and now the new title, it is under Borang 11AK. Then the property is still hak milik sementara bersamaan dengan hak milik pejabat pendaftaran. And aside from the negeri, daerah, mukim, nombor PT, luas, lot, sementara remaining the same, the new title has additional and changed information. The nombor HSD has changed. Of course, the cukai tahunan increased and change as well. Then there's now also in the new title, category penggunaan tanah, nombor lembaran piawai, nombor file. Then in the old title, the second page was the pelan laka or sketch plan, whereas in the new title, the second page is record ketuan punyaan, record urusan and perkara lain yang melibatkan hak milik. So here is where the new name or the new inheritor's name or the inheritor's name will appear in the new title. Then the third page of both the old and the new title, they swap places. The old title was the record kepunyaan, urusan-urusan dan lain-lain hal mengenai hak milik. The new title is the pelan tanah or ground plan. So here is where you see your house, the location in the pelan tanah, the dimensions of your house, and the other houses in your street, and also the relevant measurement. So this is how the old and new title look like side by side after many years and decades. Then now we're going to look at the cost. We won't go into the detail of the numbers, but roughly what categories and what costs and expenses are involved in the transfer of ownership. This is of course based on the assumption that the property is an individual title, it is a landed terrace house, and there is no encumbrance on the property, and the property is freehold. So in other words, it's a very straightforward and smooth process. So here is a sample of legal fees and other fees and costs involved in the process. So there's a memorandum of transfer or MOT, disbursements such as transport, courier and travelling expenses for the lawyer and the runner to run up and down to do the paperwork with the land office. Then there's telephone and telecommunication, printing, photocopying and stationery and miscellaneous. Then statutory fees, we have stamp duty on transfer, land search or official search, registration of probate, registration of transfer. So these are some of the fees and costs that you need to take note when it comes to doing the transfer of ownership from the deceased to the inheritor. And the cost may also vary if there are other factors involved, or maybe there are a lot of names and ownership in the property. So of course, if there's only one owner or maybe two owners or a limited number of owners of the property, then I think it's quite straightforward. But if, for example, maybe there are like 5 or more than 5, 10 or multiple owners and ownership in the property, so then it may be a little bit complicated and a complex process. So these are some of the things that you need to take note when it comes to transfer of ownership of property. So I hope you have learned something about transfer of ownership of property via inheritance. And to stay tuned for more real estate, investing, finance and home care tips, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And also you can follow me on social media in the links below.